You should watch Squirt Game. It's better than Squid Games. Yeah, I bet. New drama incoming. Please don't be Mr. Pokey. Oh, thank God. Not Mr. Pokey. Thank God. What's this?
And I have to sit here and see Yamato take the same thing I have to take?
He's a coward.
Fuck that shit.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is with Poke, I'm gonna be real. I want to like Poke, but Poke is a rat.
You know what's crazy? I absolutely fucking agree. I absolutely fucking agree. And that's what really upsets me, is that I've met Poke. I like, not Mr. Pokey, not Mr. Pokey, Pokelawls. I've met Pokelawls. I like Pokelawls. Me and Pokelawls have only had positive interactions from the start of our relationship. And then the moment any negativity comes my way, bro burns the relationship between me and him immediately. Doesn't text me for any clarification, just unfollows immediately, comes into my chat and starts schizoing out. And it's like, it just blows. Dude, Pokelawls is one of the reasons why I've just kind of just given up on streamers, man. Because Poke is a dude who I actually genuinely liked. What did he say? To be honest, I honestly can't really remember. It's been very disappointing to seeing the actions of many people who I considered my peers just become so fucking lame. It really is. Like, the moment you... Because as you guys know, I came under fire from some shit that was never proven. It was complete bullshit. We all know it was complete bullshit. I've pretty much debunked the entire post by now at least 40 fucking times, right? Now, eventually, maybe I'll put out a post publicly on Twitter where I debunk everything. But to be honest, I don't really feel like rehashing any of that shit and have Denims and Hassan and Frogan farm me for another 30 fucking days because they have no content, right? So, I mean, to be honest, I could legitimately make a post right now that debunks everything, but I've already done it like 40 fucking times on Twitch. Anybody with a brain understands what happened, right? The person goes live with fake bullshit. They never say my name a single fucking time. That way they can use a legal loophole to get away with defamation. That way I cannot sue them. They go live, they say all this bullshit. A bunch of streamers pick it up because they have a negative agenda of me because I'm of my association with 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿, and everybody wants to believe it, even though there was no proof. It was very easily disprovable, just like another lie that was in there. Somebody accusing me of having an NDA to cover up sexual assault and rape, when we all know due to the Speak Out Act, which was established like 15 years ago, you can't use a non-disparagement agreement or a non-disclosure agreement to cover up crimes. You just can't. Right? You really just can't. Anybody who wanted to look into that post for longer than 5 minutes would understand that it's complete bullshit. However, the amount of people who saw that believed it just because they wanted to, because everybody else was using it to farm clout and, you know, feign outrage, the amount of people that cut off ties with me was fucking astounding. It was. It was fucking astounding. And it blows because there's people who I looked up to, respected, even like considered friends, who the moment you have a slight amount of negative PR surrounding you will burn that bridge immediately. Immediately. And it's fucking shocking. Who's he talking about? Oh, Pokelawls. Yo, Kaka, thank you for the 132 raid, man. Appreciate you, bro. Hope your stream was great. Let's watch this here real quick. What is this?
He is a rat, and he's always been a rat, and he's had many opportunities to sell his friends out, and he's taken every single one of them.
Yep.
He did it with the Saudi Arabia thing.
True.
He did it with the, oh, I should have told Bruce that OTK was racist.
True.
He did it with, so basically he had a big issue with like my ex-girlfriend. A lot of this is private, but I'll go ahead and I'll say it myself.
Really?
So Poke had a big issue with my ex-girlfriend, and he insulted her and was very rude to her. And so as a result of that, I, didn't really interact with Poke, right?
Makes sense.
And so what happened was that we were all flying to TwitchCon, and Poke could tell that, like, we didn't want to interact with him. So when we get to LA, he comes up to me, and I know one person who was there. I think XQC was there at the same time, but I know his at the time girlfriend was, Adept was there, and he apologized directly to Izzy to her face for what he had said to her. And he made up. And then a couple of months later, she gets like a bunch of hate on Twitter, and he is immediately piling onto it.
Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, this isn't about Mr. Pokey, guys. This is about Pokelawls, not Mr. Pokey.
Instantaneously piling onto it again. And then I see the stuff that he does about XQC, like subtweeting him, saying negative stuff about him. he's a fucking rat. And
Yeah.
so if Poke sees this, I want to let you know that I've had conversations. People said, why don't you like Poke? I said, I've told them this, and you tell them. They can tell you the truth. I have said, I want to like Poke, but I want to see him, I want to give him 2 years where he does not do a single thing that rats out one of his friends so he can make himself look better.
Yeah.
And you have not even gotten close. That's the reason why. I can't trust you. No one can. I don't know why you do it. I'm not going to make a bunch of accusations and personal insults or anything.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Yeah. And it's really a shame because, Pokelawls is a really funny guy. Like, the guy is absolutely hilarious, but he's one of the least trustworthy person in all of Austin. And it's really a shame. It really, really, really is. Because you think this is what happens with every relationship with Pokelawls is that you get close with them, you develop this rapport with them, you think that you can hang out with them, that you can like them, you become cordial with them and you become friends, and then the moment there's any sign of danger, the moment there's any sign of conflict, he'll just rat you out immediately for doing nothing, and he'll turn coat immediately. And there's when you have no sense of loyalty with anybody, when your own friends won't give you the benefit of the doubt for even a single solitary second before they say, yeah, I've always fucking hated this guy. It's just not really, somebody you want around, to be honest.
Anything like that. But there's been a lot of reasons and things that I think you've thrown people under the bus for. I think you've acted like a rat. And I think that the fact that you waited for this drama to try to get back in the good graces of people is just another example of you being a rat. That's it. I hope maybe one day you'll reach the 2-year mark. That's it. Why 2 years specifically? I don't know. I just made it up. Nothing specific. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once a rat, always a rat. Yeah. That's just it. And like all the issues he's had with like XQC, like this guy has problems with everybody. I don't have problems with anybody. Think about that. When you're the common denominator in all interactions, and you have problems with all interactions, who's the problem?
Yeah.
Cat? Who do I have problems with that I interact with? Who is it?
Because there's a big difference between having issues with people who you don't like and then having so many fucking issues with the people that you do. Right? Right? Like, for me, for example, the people who I like, I don't have problems with. And when I do, I'm very direct about it. We talk it out and we hash it out immediately. Right? I think maybe in the past year, maybe it's happened twice. And both of those instances didn't lead to anything destructive and were talked about as reasonable adults within about 30 minutes after discovering them. But yeah.
Hassan? I don't hate Hassan. I hope Hassan doesn't hate me. I disagree with Hassan about a lot of politics stuff, but I have a lot of respect for Hassan. Yeah, I don't hate Hassan. That's it. Tectone? I don't hate Tectone. No.
Why would he?
No. Destiny? No, don't really hate Destiny either. Like, he doesn't like the way that I talk about certain things. I don't like the way he talks about certain things. Overall, it's fine. Yeah. No, not really.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many dumb motherfuckers who think that people have issues with me down here, but they just don't. I mean, to be honest, and congratulations to the internet, people are just horrified of interacting with me publicly due to the fact of the negative PR that surrounds me for anything and everything that I do. I mean, to be honest, I don't really care. I respect them for what they need to do as long as they don't go ahead and rat on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't, like, try to throw me under the bus for shit that I didn't do. It's pretty much it. Every single person I've had a rational discussion with just said, oh, wow, that's what happened to you? Man, that really fucking sucks. You are living every man's worst nightmare. And I say, yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't really care. You know, I mean, the reality is, and let's just state the fucking facts here, guys, I'm the most successful I've ever been by far. And I'm also the least stressed I've ever been so far, even with a fucking heart condition. I go live and do whatever the fuck I want to do, and I don't have to do anything with anybody else anymore that I don't want to do. There's no more contractual obligations. There's no more tight deadlines. There's no more having to self-sacrifice my stream time for other people. There's none of that. It's easy. I go live, I play gacha games, and then I chill. And it's exactly what I've always wanted to do, hence why that's what I was doing since the start of my career. It's very simple. Right? Now, however, my third eye has awoken, and I have become a very, very bitter, angry man. Because the amount of fake motherfuckers here is absolutely ridiculous. It is. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous. But it's great, and I make this analogy quite a lot. Essentially, I got to witness my own death. Kind of like 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 from 𝙀𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙍. And I got to see who were going to be the people who showed up to my funeral. It's one of the greatest things I've ever experienced. It really let me align with the people who I need to care about versus the people who are just there because it's convenient and maybe every now and then they'll get a raid. You know what I'm saying? No need for that shit. But yeah, the OnlyFans shit is super lame. Yep. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, that was a really heavy topic. What do you guys think? Any of you guys watching the OnlyFans content or not really? You know, it wouldn't be taken if you didn't make reference to anime. Well, apparently people don't like when I make extreme examples. I'm not going to lie. One of the dumbest things I've ever seen was